Hi, welcome to Autocar. I'm Richard Edwards, and today we are in, well, the middle of nowhere with this, the JAC T9 ute. Now, we've already reviewed this ute a couple of times. I'll put the links up in that corner there, where we've got a full review of the vehicle, and we've also compared it to the Mitsubishi Triton and the GWM Cannon. Now, it's done pretty well. It is a good value entry-level ute. But I think there's more to a ute about how it tests on the road in the usual Autocar style. I think with a ute, it's about what it can do for you. And in this case, we're at a bit of a family holiday, and I wanted to kind of push and just see how far we could go on a little bit of an easy family day trip. So we're going to head that way and see what the ute is like once the tarmac ends. Now, let's look at ourselves. These road tracks we're going on, they aren't 5-star off-road challenges. These are the kind of things that, to the average person, a relatively normal vehicle might consider taking a crack at. And yes, you're probably doing a rental Corolla, but, you know, you can say that on a lot of things. But these are all over New Zealand. And I've been looking lately at a pretty cool locally developed app, Overland New Zealand. They've got lots of these little tracks, lots of access to things like campsites, that kind of thing, that pretty much any ute or decent SUV for that matter can access. And today's site is one that I found on there. So what are we working with? Well, it's all pretty typical ute fare. We have a 2-litre turbo diesel engine under the bonnet there, automatic transmission here, 8 speeds, pretty smooth unit, 4 drive controlled by the dial here, 2 high, 4 high and 4 low. And to be honest, we're still in 2 high, as you will be for a lot of these little tracks off and around the place. But you know what, it's more comfortable because than the normal vehicle, I guess, because you do have that big solid chassis. You know, these big bumps, it's not really going to hurt it too much. Now, on the road, performance-wise, this is pretty solid, pretty reasonable. It's probably not the fastest ute out there in the market, nor is it the best handling, but good enough. Off-road, it's a great equalizer. This thing feels nice and stiff and strong and stable on these washboards and ruts. In fact, we're going over some pretty nasty washboards now, and I've had some really mainstream utes that have felt a lot worse over them. Similarly, you know, this car's been accused of having a little bit of lag on road, on the highway. Doesn't really matter here. In fact, that power delivery at that low end is actually really nice and just tractable and quite useful for just idling along these tracks. We're only doing 40 kilometers an hour. So, yeah, totally functional off-road here. Oh, bit of a bump there. This is getting a little wilder than I expected. Now, utes are a huge part of the Kiwi psyche, and I've never entirely understand it until I've gotten a little bit older. I've got a family, got the wife beside me, daughter in the back. We're able to chuck a heap of gear in the back and go out and do adventures like that. And the fact that now you can do that for under $50,000, a couple of options, this one here, $49,990, is pretty impressive. Right, so the JAC T9 has made it to the end of the track, and I'm going to flip it around, and young Maeve, who is running around here, is going to show us around here. It is a bit of a remote, wild place. Go run out to the middle by the puddle, Maeve, and they'll see you. So she's pretty happy out here in the wild, and I guess that's my point, right? Is that, you know, use these vehicles, get out and see the wild parts of New Zealand. She's asking if there's any tadpoles in the puddle. I'm going to try and flick past that sign. There is the T9. Now, Maeve, what do you think of the truck? Yeah, that's right. Kids, kids, they do just love getting out into the outdoors. And yeah, vehicles like this allows Kiwis to do that. I don't know if there's tadpoles in the puddle, Maeve, but there might be some in the bush. Should we go have a look in the bush? Yeah, okay, let's go do that. Keep going. Okay, watch, don't fall off the track. Right, so we're on this, 10-minute walk through the bush. It is fantastic. We've heard some wood pigeons already. There's plants and birds and fungus and all sorts of stuff out here. Absolutely lovely. Maeve is having the most lovely time. Of this beautiful, lush native forest. It's quiet other than me. It's lovely. And we often forget, living in the city in New Zealand, just how beautiful our own country is. We've had some visitors here from China over the last week staying with us, and they've just been amazed at stuff in New Zealand that I just wouldn't even think about. Right, and we've made it. Yes, so this is the centre of the North Island. At least it's one of the centres of the North Island. It's a little bit of a contentious title. A few different places claim that concept, but this one, they've got a reasonably good story to tell. So they've actually got on the side of the plinth here their system of how they did it. They took a large map of New Zealand. Hello, Maeve. They put it on a metre piece of fairly thick cardboard, and then they basically worked out which point on the map balanced. It's a nice story. Does it really matter? I mean, the fact that we've got such a beautiful location for a spot like this is really cool. And the fact that the JAC T9 got us here really easily is awesome as well. And look, as I said, a lot of vehicles can do this, but you know, Kiwis and utes, this is the kind of lifestyle stuff you can do on a weekend, no matter what you do choose to drive. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll have more great content on this channel for you soon. Or check out Autocar magazine. We'll have a full write-up on this drive.